Oath tonight.
That's the mute button.
Daddy's taking it off.
Okay, you don't have to. That's that, all right? So it's your show, brother. All right? However you're comfortable doing it. You should. I know.
I never got one of those.
It's right there.
And then Mr. Pontier.
Well, they saw the firefighters coming. They figured.
Out today on this joyous occasion. I ask that you please stand, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and prayer. We'll have a national anthem. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our national anthem will be sung by Caroline Higgins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ringing, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Almighty God, we ask you bless this governing body with an abundance of wisdom and understanding, so that in fulfilling their public trust, every deliberation will result in actions that will promote the common good and general welfare for all the people of Morris Plains. Amen. Remain standing for a moment of silence, please, for members of our community and family and friends. For Pearl Law, who we lost this past year, who was an integral part of Morris Plains. President Jimmy Carter, and the victims and the families of the New Orleans terror attack. And now a blessing from Rabbi Baruch Benjaminson from Shabbat Torah Center.
Our God, God of our fathers, great, almighty, and revered God, we stand here before you in humble prayer. We are gathered today for the inaugural meeting of 2025 here in the community of Caring, Morris Plains. As we just mentioned in the Pledge of Allegiance, we are one nation under God. The liberties which make America so great come from the recognition that there is an almighty creator. By remembering our duties to our creator and remaining aware of his omnipresence, our great nation preserves its liberties and morality by living with faith in a higher authority. We ensure that we are living by proper values and with integrity. Look favorably upon this gathering and bestow upon us the joys of life, good health, and prosperity. Bless all those who have been chosen to make laws and dedication and decisions for the citizens of our great town, Morris Plains. Bless them with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in the noble pursuit of justice and equality. Here in the community of Caring, may they remember to always be giving and caring to those who have chosen them and given them the privilege to serve. Give our elected officials the guidance so that they will always be conscious of your presence and always strive to enact laws with honesty and integrity in accordance with your will. We pray that your wisdom rests upon us all. We pray that you will find the inspiration and strength within yourselves, to make decisions that are not self-serving, but rather decisions that brings God's goodness and light to all those who come in contact with. We pray you remain humble and caring in service to the people who voted and appointed you into these positions. Although at times the world may seem like a dark and lonely place, the Lubavitcher Rebbe says that it is within every person's reach to brighten up the world, to illuminate the world around them, to be a lamplighter by doing random acts of goodness and kindness. We will serve as beacons of light for people of all faiths and all walks of life. Even the tiniest bit of light can push away so much darkness. We have the potential to inspire hope and bring warmth to illuminate the world, especially in our corner of the world, the place where you were chosen to govern, the place where we choose to live, the place we are all part of a caring community. May our esteemed elected officials, the distinguished men and women here tonight, help maintain the goal of which our country was established, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May we always remember to be lights in an illuminated world and remain cognizant of the privilege and the responsibilities that come along with the job. So together, let us lift our eyes to our Creator and ask Him to not only grant us the wisdom and clarity, but God, we ask you for the blessings of strength and courage to do what is proper in your eyes, to be lamplighters, to illuminate our community, to illuminate our surroundings, and to illuminate the entire world. May the Almighty keep all people all over the world safe. May He help return all those who were taken hostage against their will home safely and alive. And may we all merit a time of true peace and tranquility in the world. Let's conclude with the universal Hebrew blessing of Aseh Shalom, Imru Mav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu Val Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. He who makes peace in the heavens, may He make peace for us all on earth. And let us all answer, Amen.
Amen.
I hereby announce and state that adequate notice of this meeting was provided by a virtue of a resolution scheduling the time, date, and place of the meeting of the Borough Council of the Borough of Morris Plains for the year 2024, which resolution was adopted by the Borough Council on January 4th, 2024, and published in the Morris Newsbee and the Daily Record, and by posting of such resolution on the bulletin board in the Borough Hall. All the above actions being in accordance with NJSA 10:4-666. Roll call, please. Oh, sorry, roll call, please. Notice to members of the governing body and borough staff, any use of electronic devices during this meeting shall be used solely for the purpose of borough business. And before we get going, just one more round of applause for Caroline Higgins. Absolutely spectacular and beautiful. So thank you very much. I'd like to recognize a few people that are with us here today in no particular order. We have Chris Williams from Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill's office with us here tonight. We have Commissioner Director Tayfoun Salon from Morris County. We have Amalia Durante from Morris County Democratic Chair with us. The Honorable Judge Carlucci we have with us tonight. We have Alice Coloping, the Morris County Republican, or Morris Plains Republican Chair, I'm sorry. We have Sharad Mehta with us, our Morris Plains Prosecutor. Sorry, Donna, but I'm going to screw up your last name. Everybody does. Mayor Donna.
Gariglia.
Thank you. Thank you. Also from Morris Township, Councilman Bud Rabbits. We have Morris Plains Democratic Chair Tina Janess with us. A couple past councilmen, Ralph Furtando and Steve Welch of Morris Plains with us tonight. We have also Justin Strickland, councilman from Chatham with us tonight. We do have Frank Mangarviti, past councilman, with us tonight. So I appreciate everybody coming out. Well, we're going to mention those two later. They're just very new past council people, so we'll mention them later. And Valerie Dolan, I'd like to recognize you for coming out tonight. Thank you. And I believe Kathy Wilson is here from Morris County. Thank you. Okay. If I missed anybody, I apologize. I think I got everybody. Roseanne?
A statement of determination of the Board of Canvassers relative to an election held in Borough, Morris Plains, County of Morris, and State of New Jersey for the election of certain municipal officers for the municipality on the 6th day of November, 2024. The said board does determine that at the said election, Tyler Pontier and William Bill Houston were duly elected to the office of Borough Council for a 3-year term. I do hereby certify that the foregoing is a true, full, and correct statement of the determination of the Board of Canvassers therein mentioned.
Bill, you want to step up first?
Sure. Yes, Yeah, I could. Still young. You want me standing there? All right.
We'll make it work. Okay, sir. Left hand on the Bible. Raise your right. Repeat after me. I, Bill Houston,
I, Bill Houston,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New
of the
Jersey,
State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. So, Bill, if you want to introduce whoever's here with you,
Sure.
and if you have a few things to say, that would be
Yeah,
even
I
better.
do. Yeah, I do have a few things to say, but I will introduce, obviously, my wife, Megan. My daughter Emily, and my son Liam. Also my in-laws, Lenore and Jack. So thanks to the mayor, thanks to the council and the borough staff. Thanks to my mom and the rest of my family who's actually watching on YouTube. So appreciate them being here virtually. As I said, thanks to my kids, Emily and Liam. You guys are the examples of why I stood up to do what I do. They love it here, and I want to do my part so that you guys can be proud of living here when you grow up. I want to especially thank my best friend and my wife, Megan. We started this journey together almost 3 years ago, and you've been my sounding board, my confidant, and my guiding light ever since. I wouldn't be here without your support. Your blue roses, and I love you. Finally, thanks to everyone in this room and all the people on YouTube. Many of you have given me your time and your voices to express what's important to you, to your neighborhoods, and your future generations. I've done my best to listen to your concerns and comments and your personal and professional experience. Now it's time to turn it into actions. Let's see. As we go throughout the year, there's going to be a lot of questions, and I encourage everybody to come up here and ask your questions. I don't know everything. The council doesn't know everything, but we're learning, right? And the way we learn is by listening to your questions and trying to do better. This is your home. It's my home. It's everybody's home. We want it to be a great place to live and continue to making it a community of caring. The decisions we make aren't easy, and some of them aren't always favorable. But as I said during my campaign, I'm committed to transparency, to asking the tough questions, and to getting the answers to making sure your voices are heard. So thanks again to everyone for your support, for joining virtually, and for being here. The young are at the gates, and we're planting better trees.
So before that's just a peace offering, really. So just a few things here, Bill, to make this official. We have an official I Love Morris Plains mask. A couple Morris Plains community of caring pens. I'm sure you'll run out of ink with.
Well, yes.
I Love Morris Plains buttons. This is not here. This is yours here, but it doesn't matter. The same thing.
It's okay.
It's your official councilman
Yes.
pin.
Got it.
And we do have a Borough of Morris Plains community of care
Perfect.
pin for your lapel. So
Excellent.
wear it all in goodwill and
Yeah.
and switch bags.
There
And
we go.
good luck to you, Bill.
All right. Thanks, Jerry.
Tyler. All set?
All set?
Want to do this?
We're ready.
You all set. All right. Raise your right hand, left hand on the Bible, repeat after me. I, Tyler Pontier,
I, Tyler Pontier,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the
of
Constitution
the
of
State of New Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. The floor is yours to introduce whoever's here with you, say a few words.
A little sweaty, just wait till summer. Well, you can see that. I have my beautiful family, my wife Meredith, my twin daughters, Tegan and Mariah. My mother and father, Scott and Merrill Pontier. My brother Luke Pontier. I've got my mentors, Keith and David over there. And I will be very brief, unlike I normally am. Today's definitely one of the coolest and most proud days of my entire life. Bill and I worked really hard this year, and we're so honored and privileged to be up here today to represent the people of Morris Plains. My favorite part about this year was door knocking and getting to meet all the awesome people in Morris Plains that I hadn't met yet. Getting to listen to them, getting to learn from them, and taking those voices and bringing those to the council. I want to thank first, as always, of course, my wife Meredith. I'm a high energy, not always easy to deal with person, and she does very well at that. And my daughters, for the nights that I'm gone or the times that Daddy has to do something for the town. Thank you, Tegan and Mariah, I appreciate that. And always to my parents for setting a great example. Keith and David for always guiding me as well, and to my brother Luke who's always doing the good fight as well. I want to thank everyone that voted in Morris Plains. Thank you. I specifically want to thank all the people that voted for Bill and I, our supporters. Thank you. Truly, it's because of you that we are here. It's because of your voice that you empowered us to be here to represent you. And that, again, is an honor and privilege that I will not forget. I promise to always do what's right. I promise to do what's best for Morris Plains. As Bill said, there's tough decisions to make, and we may not always please everybody. But my promise to you is we will always do what's right, and we will do what's best for every person in Morris Plains. So thank you again, and really excited to serve.
Tyler, we have the same goodie bag, but the name tag is correct.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, girls. Roll call, please.
Mayor Clark.
Here.
Ms. Berga.
Present.
Mr. Brown.
Present.
Mr. Cortese.
Present.
Ms. Goddard. Present. Mr. Houston.
Present.
Mr. Pontier.
Present.
Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to our annual reorganizational meeting. My goal is to highlight some of the 2024 accomplishments and lay out some of the goals for an exciting 2025. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to congratulate Councilman Bill Houston and Councilman Tyler Pontier on their triumphant quest and are joining us here to do their part in making Morris Plains the best it can be. Welcome and best of luck to both of you during your next 3-year term. I'm confident you both will excel as you grow into your new roles. To Cathy and Dennis, your dedication and commitment over the past 2 terms has been nothing short of honorable. You both know what it takes to be great council members, and I know you exceeded those expectations. Your input, ideas, dialogues, and your true compassion for Morris Plains was evident in every decision you both made, and you should both be proud of each and every accomplishment that you contributed to. Once again, thank you for your commitment to Morris Plains. Infrastructure is always a top priority, and in 2024 we accomplished a tremendous amount of upgrades, including water main and service line replacement of nearly 100-year-old pipes on Glenbrook Road, Bangiola Court, and Keenan Place. Additionally, the paving of 8 roads in 2024 were completed during the summer months. Glenbrook Road in its entirety will be repaved from curb to curb by the 3rd quarter of 2025. Also on the queue to be paved this year are Beach Drive, Brook Drive North, Cleveland Avenue, Davenport Road, Forest Avenue, Forest Court, Sun Valley Way, and Wynwood Road. Water main and service line replacement will continue on Stiles Avenue, Central Avenue, Carlisle, Palmer, Hawthorne Avenue, the west side of Maple, Diana Road, and Birch Drive, which in fact has begun this past December. These roads will subsequently be paved in 2026. Included in upgrades in 2024 was the completion of 2 new pickleball courts and perimeter fencing at Watnong Park. Along with the courts at Watnong, a grant was received for the purchase of new playground equipment, which is currently on order and is pending its arrival. Simons Park also had an upgrade with an enhancement to playground equipment, which has made a phenomenal difference since its reopening following construction. As I remain on the topic of playgrounds, I'm happy to say that the equipment has also been added to and upgraded at Community Park as well. The borough proudly received a grant to complete this project. One of the most important decisions the council made in 2024 was the purchasing of the property located at 1 Jim Fear Drive, which included a residential structure and nearly 3 acres of property, which was put on the market. The purpose of this purchase was to preserve the natural beauty and wildlife of this great park area. As for an update for the Idlewild Pool, after reports from our insurance carrier, our borough engineer, and his assessment, along with others, the cost to bring the pool to municipal standards was just too costly to justify, nearly $3 million. The decision has been made to explore options for the space while keeping it recreational and open to all the residents of Morris Plains. With the receipt of 2 trail grants, one for a sidewalk along Route 53 near Davenport Village and Foxwood, has been designed and received DOT funding and permits. The project will go to bid for construction to begin in the spring. The second is for permitting and design of walking trails around Community Park, along with implementation grant to be applied for. In the area of public safety, the borough took on a number of initiatives, including refurbishing the fire department's engine 3, which should extend the life of the apparatus by at least 10 years. The purchase of a new mini pumper for the fire department was also made this year, and we are expecting delivery of this vehicle by the end of 2025 or early 2026. The fire department has put together a committee to explore the possibility of replacing engine 4, a 25-year-old pumper in the fleet, in the upcoming years. The council also voted to make our part-time fire prevention chief position now full-time, and has worked out well for the borough to date. We also repurposed and outfitted a vehicle from the police department for use by the fire department chiefs. The old fire department whistle that was damaged beyond repair in a storm in February is going to be replaced and mounted on the roof of the firehouse. This project should be complete for our upcoming Memorial Day parade. Discussions are being held on the possibility of sounding the whistle at 5 o'clock again and for major incidents that may occur in town. Progress has also been made in our police department. We saw the promotion of Robert Gill to lieutenant and Joe Hines to the role of sergeant. Congratulations to you both. Congratulations to both of you, and best of luck moving forward. The process has begun by the police chief and a committee in regards to exploring the possibility of an expansion, addition, or renovation of the police department and other areas of town hall. Last week, the police department took delivery of another hybrid vehicle, which helps lower our carbon footprint and will further lower our gas consumption, seeing significant savings. With this addition, the borough now has 3 hybrids in its fleet. In 2025, I think the council should consider the hiring of a police officer due to the demands and increase of traffic violations, volume, and calls for service. Our road department has also seen the upgrade of older vehicles and equipment throughout this past year. The retirement of Leo Mulligan as assistant superintendent from the DPW in 2024 after 33 years was truly a loss. Let's take a moment to thank Leo for his dedication. His dedication, leadership, and knowledge of every inch of Morris Plains. Even though we lost a fantastic employee, Leo's position was filled right away by the promotion of Kevin Rongo, who has stepped right up to the task and demands of this position and hasn't skipped a beat. Thank you, congratulations, Kevin, and the best of luck moving forward. There were certainly some highlights in 2024 that are noteworthy, two of which are milestones. The Morris Plains Rotary celebrated its 50th anniversary of being established in Morris Plains. Ironically, the clock they donated to Morris Plains stopped working. This last month was replaced, recognizing their 50th anniversary. A huge thank you goes out to the entire club for all you do in and for Morris Plains and its residents. You are an integral part of the community, and we look forward to the next 50 years. Another milestone is the 150th anniversary of the Presbyterian Church of Morris Plains on Speedwell Avenue. They have been in existence longer than the town itself. Again, a big congratulations on your milestone, and thank you for being such a committed partner in so many activities and events, and I know that will continue for the next 150 years. A few more activities worth noting was a second annual pumpkin illumination, which was planned and sponsored by the Downtown Morris Plains Committee. This was a huge success that surpassed all expectations again. This looks to be an annual, ever-growing event that everyone can look forward to with new additions and fun for years to come. Thank you to the entire committee, along with all the volunteers, participants, and businesses that make this event successful. The farmers and winter markets have continued to improve each year, continuing as a staple in town that residents and guests look forward to. Each year promises not to disappoint. Thank you to everyone on the council and others that make this happen each week, and to all those who patronize the vendors. It takes everyone to make this the success that it is. The last event I would like to mention is the Mental Health Symposium that was held in September. This was the fourth one in the county that brings together experts in addiction, law enforcement, and mental health crises. Personal anecdotes and resources are available for anyone in need of services, advice, resources, or just knowledge. The symposium was recorded and will be placed on our website along with links with different areas of help and information. This will be available very shortly and will be advertised when available. In 2024, the business climate in Morris Plains remains strong. The businesses that opened this past year include Cho's Legacy, Be Creative, Hot Tub Central, and a new location for Bliss Hair Studio. This year, there are several anticipated businesses to open, and we look forward to welcoming them in the borough. A committee has been assembled early in 2024 for the planning of the borough's 100th anniversary celebration, which will be upon us very soon in 2026. They have been diligently meeting and discussing many ideas and fun events that will take place all year. Looking forward to this celebration and all the activities being planned. Another committee that has been working very hard this past year is the Affordable Housing Committee. As I've reported previously, this past year, our affordable allocation given to Morris Plains is 137 units. This number doesn't seem to be too bad, except that a developer is able to build 5 market rate units for each affordable units, which equates to around 685 units. This number is a little more than what was just built in Morris Plains from the last round on American Road and Route 53. The council and I are not opposed to affordable housing. However, we acknowledge that it is the density that will be an issue here in Morris Plains, along with the impact to our infrastructure, resources such as water, traffic, safety, and schools. Where will all this housing go? Wooded areas, vacant, unutilized lots, our recycle center? These are some of the issues this committee, along with our professionals and affordable housing attorney, are working on. Towards the end of the month, I will schedule a town hall meeting to give a further, much more in-depth update as to our obligation, our path, and plan moving forward. Our borough is uniquely upheld by committed volunteers who sustain the vibrancy of our community of caring. There is a role for everyone in our diverse array of opportunities, from playing in the community band, open to all ages, to join the Morris Plains Fire Department at 14, or the Morris Minutemen First Aid Squad at 16. History buffs can contribute at our museum, while nature enthusiasts can engage with the Garden Club, Beautification Committee, and Clean Communities program. For sports enthusiasts and scouts, there are numerous groups to participate in. Volunteers of all ages are welcome and anticipate and appreciate their outstanding contributions, each playing a vital role that our residents truly value. On behalf of the Borough Council and myself, I want to thank all of the many volunteers on boards, commissions, committees, and all the citizens for your commitment to our town. This is what makes it truly special and helps to continue Morris Plains moving forward. We would like to sincerely thank every one of our dedicated, hardworking employees for everything they contribute throughout the year. Their hard work and dedication to the borough is met with a heartfelt thank you. To our police and fire departments, thank you for everything everyone has done to keep every resident safe and protected 24 hours a day, all year. The fire department received 3 new volunteer members and 1 new junior member this year. And to the respective chiefs, thank you for keeping your department safe and guiding your members through this past year with all the challenges thrown at you in a professional way, without skipping a beat or missing any call for service. Our police department has partnered with the Morris County Prosecutor's Office and Mental Health Association of Morris and Essex to participate in the ARRIVE program. This program partners law enforcement officers with a mental health professional to respond to mental health calls, providing de-escalation, assistance, assessment, and motivational interviewing. Our DPW, John Signorelli and Leo Mulligan, and now Kevin Rongo, residents never saw a day missed with your department. Work has been performed without hesitation, and you and your department have continued to make our town look terrific. Grass was cut, spectacular decorations put up, leaves picked up, and roads cleared of snow. Morris Plains has never looked better. I encourage everyone to sign up for the Morris Plains email alert and Smart 911. Links may be found on the borough's website. This will enable you to keep up with the happenings of Morris Plains and will assist first responders in the event of emergency. Financially, for the 3rd consecutive year, the borough's ratables have appreciated. I'm happy to announce that we have officially exceeded our previous record high in 2009 by nearly $2 million. Our current rateable base of 2024 is $1,488,353,500. With the increasing ratables, sound planning, and good governing, the borough stands to be financially stable, but will certainly have to navigate unforeseen challenges moving forward. In 2025, the borough will be faced with substantial yet unavoidable increases in healthcare costs in the amount of 17%, increase in pensions, an increase in disposal tipping fees for garbage, and 2% increase in recycling. These increases will be addressed in our upcoming budget as our goal to have as little impact as possible to the taxpayers while continually preparing us for the future. Continuing our exploration of shared services across all departments and positions in collaboration with local, county, and state agencies will play a pivotal role in maintaining Morris Plains' fiscal responsibility. My plan for the borough is to once again fund our capital projects so as not to occur future debt and pay down current debt further. Open space will continue to be on our radar as open space is important to all of our residents. Uses of open space will always be important and taken into consideration when making these decisions. We've accomplished this and so much more while remaining under our 2% mandated cap. And actually this year, most residents saw a decrease in their tax bill. In closing, I'm excited to have shared with you the current status of Morris Plains and only some of our achievements. The borough's year ahead looks bright and welcoming new commercial, residential, and businesses to our community. These accomplishments are a direct result of dedicated individuals and knowledgeable planning for both short and long term. Let's persist in our progress and keep moving forward. The council and I will continue to work hard this year and in the years to come to keep Morris Plains moving forward and remain the community of caring that we all know, respect, and love. We are always available and always welcome your thoughts. I would like to leave you with a quote from Maria Ralph. And now we welcome the new year, full of things we have never been. Have a happy, peaceful, healthy new year. God bless you. God bless Morris Plains. And God bless everyone. Moving on, we'll have the election of the council president.
It is my honor to nominate Councilman Cortese for council president for the year 2025.
I second that.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Burton,
Yes.
Mr. Brown,
Yes.
Mr. Cortese,
Abstain.
Ms. Goddard,
Yes.
Mr. Houston,
Yes.
Mr. Pontier.
Yes.
And I hereby appoint the following persons to the office stated and for the terms specified. Planning Board, Steve Augenblick, 4 years. Andrew Wolf, 1 year. Bill Houston, 1 year. Board of Adjustment, Doug McCabe, Vice Chair, 4 years. Dan Rizzos, alternate 1, 2 years. Recreation Commission, Mandy Markt, 5 years. Shade Tree, Frank Drexler, 5 years. Roberts Gardens, Nancy Critchley, 3 years. Board of Health, Angie McKinley, 3 years. Our Humane Law Enforcement Officers is Sergeant Jeff Hockman, 1 year. Sergeant Michael Kelly, 1 year. Community Development, Representative Bob Martin, 1 year. Michael Baza, alternate, 1 year. Moving on to adoption of resolutions. Cortese.
Mayor, at this point, I need to make a motion that resolutions 3 and 4 be removed from the portion of the agenda, as the majority of the council did not support these resolutions.
No, we're gonna remove it, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna proceed with resolutions 1 and 2, and then 5 through 28. And then after that, we'll address individually resolutions 3. So at this point, is there a motion to move resolutions 1, 2, and then 5 through?
15.
No, I have 5 through
5
28.
through 28, I'm sorry. So that's on the floor right now.
Is there a motion for that?
Yes. So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? You guys have it?
So I'd like to make a motion in accordance with the bylaws of the council to strike down resolutions number 3 and number 4 as they are written. So a vote of yes would block these resolutions as written.
I second that motion.
At this point, in accordance with the bylaws and discussions we had as a governing body at the meeting on December 19th, I would like to adopt a resolution that the standing committees of the Borough Council are as follows. Finance, Nancy Verga, Chair. Committee members for Finance, Sal Cortese, Joan Goddard. Public Safety, Tyler Pontier, Chair. Committee members Art Brun and Sal Cortese. Public Works, Chair, Art Brun. Committee members Bill Houston, Nancy Verga. Public Buildings and Grounds, Sal Cortese, Chair. Committee members Joan Goddard and Tyler Pontier. Public Health, Sanitation and Sewers, Joan Goddard, Chair. Committee members Bill Houston and Nancy Verga. Ordinance and Public Utilities, Bill Houston, Chair. Council members Art Brun and Tyler Pontier as the committee members on ordinances and public utilities.
Mayor, before we move that motion, assuming it's moved, what I think we should do is I think we should move, or we should make a motion here in connection with resolutions 3 and 4, to deny them essentially as written, as proposed in the agenda, and then go forward with any motions. The reason I say that, just for clarification, is in connection with the bylaws here in the Borough of Morris Plains. The mayor appoints certain positions here to these standing committees, which is captured in resolution number 3. Now, that is with the advice and consent of council. It sounds to me here this evening that we do not have the advice and consent of council. That should be placed on the record here by a roll call vote, and then assuming that is correct, then the council under our bylaws has the right to then make a motion, as Councilmember Verga set forth here with their nomination, which they are doing. But I think, in accordance with the bylaws, the first thing we need to do is to take a roll call that resolutions 3, and then of course 4 as written are hereby, I guess, denied essentially.
Before that happens, if I can just say a few things. I put these standing committees together, and as mayor and manager of this town, I certainly appreciate the advice of the council, but I do have to, maybe caution the council a little bit on my main contention with this was, and I think that with the council, was with the chair of public safety. You put in a brand new council person on public safety that manages the largest budget line that the borough has, and with no offense, with no experience. We have Sal Cortese, who sat on this committee before. We have contract negotiations that are coming up that Sal has sat on previously, and I think that the better pick for this chair for public safety would be Sal Cortese, given his long history with the borough. He knows the history of the police department, at least from the last contract. And to have somebody brand new try to go in there without knowing the names or the budget or any of that kind of stuff for the biggest line in the borough, I think is a little premature. And I think the council would be better off having the experienced council person there as the chair of public safety. And I think that would probably really be better for the people and of Morris Plains to have somebody with that kind of experience and have Tyler under Sal in that department and teach him the ropes a little bit. I certainly think that that's something that the council should consider, and that was along my lines of why I put Sal Cortese in this position, just because of his outstanding the outstanding benefits that he would bring to that position.
We've had discussions back and forth on this, and I don't really want to reiterate it here, so the council majority has had a discussion about this, and we've made our decision. We feel that Councilman Cortese has done an excellent job and would be a great mentor, as would our groom, to mentor him in this role, and that's all I want to say about it right now. It's time to prepare the next generation of council members for these responsibilities. There's lots more to say, but that's all I'd like to say on behalf of the individuals who supported this nomination. We also have very strong department heads that have been in this role myself. They run their departments and hardly need any help from the council liaison.
It's not a matter about help, it's having experience there and learning a position before you jump in with 2 feet in a major role like that. But
Yeah,
the council can do what they want, I'm just giving my opinion.
we're gonna have 3 new council members this year, so we have to really work with developing the new generation.
I'm not here to argue, just pointing out something else. So we have to, is there a motion to strike down 2025-3 and 2025-4? I make a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Virgo.
Yes.
Mr. Brown.
Yes.
Mr. Cortese.
Can I say something, John? Like, when did these discussions occur? You said the council talked.
Just
December
when we
19th.
got this Friday, we talked at the meeting on the 19th, and everyone had a discussion, and we talked about where we wanted to see everyone. You were involved.
But we didn't specify it. Did we specify everything in the meeting? I don't remember that.
Yes, we did. We
I
did.
think it was just, I gave my appointments, they gave their recommendations, and then I just got back to the council with some changes with those recommendations. I don't know if that was a discussion or not.
And then Friday, we got his final, and since then, we've had
But on
conversations.
Friday, when you say Friday, was that done, how many people were there?
4.
4. Did you announce the meeting, if you had 4, was it 4 council people?
Yes, it wasn't a meeting. It was discussions
That's-
among, it was discussion among 4 people.
Is that,
Not a 4 meeting with 4 people.
I'm just saying, because when you have
Discussions
over
among 4.
3, you have to.
It was conversations one-on-one with 4.
Always independently.
Yeah.
Never 4 together.
3.
I mean, I trust you're not gonna question it, I'm just asking, just making sure that was done the right way. And
It
if the majority agrees with that, my vote is, at first it was no, but it's not gonna make a difference, so it's yes.
Ms. Goddard.
Yes.
Mr. Houston.
Yes.
Mr. Pontier.
Yes.
Just as a quick bit of housekeeping note, the only issue that I have at the moment is in connection with resolution -4, which we are rejecting. That is a lengthy resolution.
Yeah, but I had it forwarded out in a way
You
that
have it forwarded
covers
out?
it. It covers it.
Okay, all right, so we're just rejecting resolution 4 to the extent that it's
And I have
inconsistent.
changes to it.
Okay, that's.
Hear you.
John, you need to turn into my
Speak in the microphone, please.
All right, I had indicated that, I hope everybody can hear me now, I had indicated that my concern was one of the actions in rejecting Resolution number 4 is that if we look at resolution number 4, it sets forth a series of positions, quite lengthy. And my concern was that that was going to create issues. However, Councilmember Berger does indicate that her motion, that she had discussed earlier today, covers that, and then, therefore I'm satisfied that we are rejecting that resolution only to the extent that it's inconsistent with the will of council. That's fine.
Okay, so the next point is to accept the resolution revisions that we just made for the standing committees. So we voted down resolutions 3 and 4, and did we accept the changes to the standing committees?
Is there anybody here on council that would like to make a motion that we accept the motion that was set forth here by Councilmember Berger in connection with the appointments to the standing committees here in the Borough of Morris Plains, as she set forth in the record? Do we have a motion on that?
I'll make a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Berger?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Cortese?
Yes.
Ms. Goddard?
Yes.
Mr. Houston?
Yes.
Mr. Pontier?
Yes.
At this point, in accordance with the bylaws and discussions we had as a governing body, I would like to make a motion to adopt a resolution that the nominations confirmed by the council for 2025 be approved as written in the former resolution 4, with the exception of changes to the council liaisons. The council liaisons will be as follows. Council liaison for Board of Health, Joan Goddard. Council liaison for Recycling Committee, Joan Goddard. Council liaison for Roberts Garden Commission, Sal Cortese. Council liaison for Beautification Committee, Art Broom. Council liaison for Local Emergency Planning Committee, Tyler Pontier. Council liaison for Teen Center Committee and Morris Plains Municipal Alliance, Joan Goddard. Council liaison for Traffic Committee, Tyler Pontier.
Is that different than the regular standing committee?
No, it follows. It follows what we just agreed upon.
Yeah, so that, it just falls in step with the standing committee.
Yes.
No change.
Right.
Okay.
So everything else is the same except the council liaisons that were outlined in that resolution 4.
Great. But everything lines up with the correct department.
Yes, we double checked it.
Okay, so would anybody like to now make a motion that we pass resolution 2025-4 as originally written with the amendments that Councilmember
Well, we already rescinded it, so we're just asking that we do a new
Right,
resolution.
okay.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to clarify where we're at. So what we're essentially, just so that everybody understands, what this motion is doing is we are adopting resolution 2025-4 as it was originally written with the amendments that Councilmember Berger here has eloquently placed into the record. So if there's a motion to that effect, somebody should make that motion to be seconded.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Berger?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mr. Cortese?
Yes.
Ms. Goddard?
Yes.
Mr. Houston?
Yes.
Mr. Pontier?
Yes.
Public safety man. Tyler? Tyler, you want to join me up front?
Sure.
Now we have the presentations of badges to our fire department officers for 2025. Presented to Tyler, and Tyler can pin it on the individual. Our fire prevention official, Chris Shea. This is his 10th term. That's good. Following in his father's and grandfather's footsteps, we have Assistant Engineer Tyler Shea.
jump, that means you did it right. Big jump, you did it right.
I got that one.
We have our engineer, Dave Kitchell. We have Chief 3 and newly retired, Mark Bellis. A very well-known and respected name for Chief 2, Mr. Robert Webster. And we do have Chief 1, Kevin Rongo, with his 11th term. To the whole department, everything you guys do, from incidents to supporting other towns, to supporting all our activities and fun stuff here in Marsh Plains, and most of all, keeping everybody safe and the department safe. So thank you. You have an excellent slate of chiefs here, and really your fire department is 100% volunteer, 100% of the time. It doesn't go unrecognized. So thank you. The floor is yours.
Since you took half of my limelight away.
Timing is everything.
Yeah. Good evening, all. Happy New Year. I'm just going to give you a quick recap of our 2024. First, I have to thank my wife, Amy. Thank you. I have to thank these guys and my other members of the department for putting up with me and putting me back in another year. Thank you all. I want to thank officers that are not with us this year, Donald Underhill III and Sean Hewitt. They stepped down, so we have new officers in charge. I want to thank the mayor and council. Kathy and Dennis, thank you very much. Great working with you over the last 6 years. Good luck in your futures. We just completed our 117th year of protecting the borough, so. In 2024, we answered 421 alarms, most ever in that 117 years history. It's just gonna get busier. Not saying that we're selfish, we did go out of town 108 times. And right now, we're out of town right now, helping another town. We have a call right now. We have 55 active members, 9 juniors. As the mayor said, last year with the funding, we were able to refurb one of our engines. We were also able to upgrade our town-wide fireground system, radio system. And the mini pumper is on order. Hopefully it'll be here summertime, maybe?
Oh, that's really.
Hopefully. 2025, our goals, we're gonna keep our mission statement alive, protecting property and our residents of the town. We're gonna continue to volunteer our service to the borough, the proposal of our new engine, continue with our community events, and commitment to training. On the training, cold out there tonight, right? Well, last night, we had 27 of our guys out training last night. So, 27, that's a lot of numbers. So, a lot of young guys, a lot of us. So, in closing, I just want to mention my other captains and lieutenants for this year: Mike Geary, Thomas Denman, Ed Duffy are captains, and lieutenants Joe Barlotta, Timmy Manning, and Steve DeLuvio. And we can't do it without you, the support of the town, the mayor and council. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Bill. Congratulations, Tyler. Look good forward to working with both of you and everybody else on the council. Happy New Year.
Thank you. And just, I see Michael Gary out there, but I just want to, he's the Fire Association officers for 2025. Mike Gary is the president. He's hiding back here. We have Gary Kaiser is the vice president. John Downs is the secretary. And Tom Rulon is the treasurer. Congratulations to them. At this time, I'd like to open the meeting for any remarks or comments by citizens. Miss Penny Jones, you have 2.5 minutes starting yesterday.
I was allowed 3 minutes.
Well, it's taken you a long time to get up here, Ms. Jones, so we have to cut it by 30 seconds.
I understand. I've been doing a really bad thing the other years. I would stand and I would not face the mayor and the council.
That's okay.
Well, anyway, so I don't want my back. There's no way I can do this.
You want to come up here?
I can stand here. Scott, is there somebody in the audience named Scott Pontier? Scott Pontier? Come here. I just want you to stand up a minute. Right here.
2 minutes.
And turn around. Scott Pontier, did you not graduate from Bernard's High School?
I did.
He did. I knew Scott Pontier.
It's a long time ago.
We're getting younger though, aren't we?
We are every night.
Thank you, Scott. Yes, you are. All right, now I have to present a gift to the mayor. And I want you to open this box. And take out the contents. Oh no! What was supposed to be in that box?
Plastic toothpaste.
There was supposed to be a tube of toothpaste in this box, and it must have landed somewhere at our home. Well, let me tell you about the box, the tube of toothpaste. And this is important for every single person in this room, and Mark Bellis knows that. On that tube of toothpaste, in one little corner, this is what is printed, a recycling symbol with a little part here that looks as if it's a tube of toothpaste with somebody squeezing it, and the toothpaste is coming out of it. And you notice this is a recycling symbol like the ones on my shirt, and it says recyclable tube. Now, I must give a warning, many of you already know this, but just because there's a recycling symbol on something and a message that you should recycle it, do not necessarily take it to heart. What is important is that you do and I do what the municipality of Morris Plains has told us to do. And a calendar was mailed very recently that has the list of acceptable recyclable materials. And I don't believe that toothpaste tubes of any sort are on that list. Now, maybe someday they will be acceptable at the facility where our recyclables go, but they are not right now. I will give credit to Colgate, however, on the back of the tube, and I'll make sure you get this sooner or later.
Thank you.
I know I'm down to enough now. Anyway. On the back of the tube, there's a tiny little recycling symbol with a message that says, this might not be, I'm paraphrasing, this might not be acceptable in some recycling programs. But you know, you practically have to have a magnifying glass to find that notice and to read it. So just a word of caution, because I have seen things in our recycling bins at the center that are not supposed to be there. We have, of course, as most municipalities do, some wishful recyclers who just think they can put anything into the bins and it will go away and magically be recycled. No, 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 no. Please do only what you are asked to do, or recycle only what you are asked to do by the municipality. And there is I have to hurry. There is a semi-autonomous county government agency known as the Morris County Municipal Utilities Authority. And that authority has a wonderful website with lots of information. You can look there if you have questions. You can call, you can email, you can, or maybe not text. But anyway, there are resources for you to find out, for us to find out, what we should be doing if we can't find that information. So, you know, the better job we do with the recyclables, the more benefits the environment and benefits Morris Plains. And last but not least, I have to say something about Jimmy Carter. Okay. Mayor Carr spoke about the importance of having citizens participate in different committees, on commissions, that sort of thing. I just saying, Tom and I were watching part of the ceremony in Washington, D.C. before we came over here. And what I admire so much about Jimmy Carter is that, yes, he was a decent man, although we know he did mention the word lust once. You remember that, if you're old enough to? Yes, he did, so he was very human. But if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have Habitat for Humanity. And that man gave hours and hours and hours to that organization. So what I want to say is that we all should be supporting organizations like that. Also, there's plenty of work for us to do out there. And thank you for being understanding, Mayor Carr. I will get the toothpaste to you as soon as possible.
Thank you. Make sure it's full when you drop it off. Thank you for your knowledge and insight. Very good. Thank you. Mr. Welch.
Yes, hi, Steve Welch, 2 Sylvan Drive. I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank the borough for replacing the clock for the rotary clock, especially appropriate this year because of the 50th anniversary. But I wanted to point out that I was the president of Rotary in 2001, 2002 when that clock was donated. So it's special to me as well. Now I want to give you a little trivia. I was first elected to the council when Jimmy Carter was president. The second piece of trivia is that I've attended over 700 council meetings, so you, Bill, and Tyler have a lot of catching up to do.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
I'm not going to walk up there and go through everybody, but I had a question, please, real quick. So the box, the toothpaste box that you gave him, it looks like it has foil on the top, and I've always wondered, can you recycle stuff that looks like it has a foil texture thing?
In 10 seconds or less, Penny.
Yeah. I mean, hold it up. Doesn't it look
I don't,
like
she
it
has it. It's
Oh,
right here on the
okay.
table.
Yeah, it's up there. You know what? The literature from the MUA says no foil gift wrapping, but it doesn't mention foil and anything else. But if you, I can give you my card, or we'll talk later, and I will contact them to find out about those. The boxes have foil in because I've been retired for 10 years and I can't answer that question.
Okay, all right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Penny. See, no one else,
Real quick.
Go ahead. Sure.
I know it was only 6 years, but I do have some people I want to thank first. First, my wife Marjorie, she's at home, so thank you for doing this. Thank you for your support the past 6 years. I hope you have prepared yourself for the nightmare of having me around. I'm so sorry. And also a special thanks. I know Mayor did a great job of thanking everyone, a lot of people who I've worked with over the past 6 years, but Over the past year, I've had the honor of working with our finance department, Anna Thomas and Tracy Rooney, and members of our Borough Clerk's office that are here tonight. Our Borough Clerk, Roseanne Beman, Rosemary Land, and Nicole Saranita. They really run and really have a lot to do with this machine that keeps rolling every day. So thank you so much. Like I said, the mayor did a great job. I also want to mention that over the past 6 years, I've had the honor of working with so many of our residents and our volunteer residents, and it's been so wonderful. And I think that's just growing, and the Morris Plains benefits by having more residents involved. So thank you all for that. And to Bill and Tyler, welcome, best wishes. I know you guys are going to try and pack as much as you can into 2 meetings a month. Did I say 2 meetings a month? I meant 2 meetings a week. But really looking forward to what you guys have in store for 25 and beyond in our centennial, which is huge for us. And to my peoples up here, Kathy, it's been an honor working with you, because you guys over the past 6 years have held my hand through many tough decisions, and I really appreciate that. And like I said, I look forward to not stepping away completely, working with the town. I feel like I served it for 24 years as a business owner, six up here. So, and Mayor Carr, the time you spend here every week and your dedication to this borough, it's commendable. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll get them.
Okay, I'm going to continue on with the ball guys up here. So
Yeah.
no longer.
It's in fashion. It looks good. Looks good on YouTube.
Thank you. How are you? Just name and address.
Kamil Waranovich, 3 Crestview Court West, so up on the mountain. Definitely thank you for all the great work. I guess I'll be amiss not addressing the elephant in the room with the McDonald's case. I really appreciate that you said when you voted that you would, based on the facts, you voted a certain way. And I wanted to just highlight that a lot of those facts were presented under oath, right, on the sworn statements. One of them obviously is the DOT conversation, right? The New Jersey Department of Transportation, the traffic was a huge issue for all the residents. And we do trust our specialists, right, the experts. However, as with any data presented, you should always verify, trust, and verify. So I have reached out as a concerned citizen to the New Jersey Department of Transportation, and there is no record of conversation between McDonald's and New Jersey Department of Transportation. So I found it very odd that they would mention that these conversations happened. August 22nd, I think, was mentioned. So I would definitely appreciate if you could, look into that, and we need to continue verifying the information presented, but there seems to be some disconnect with the sworn presentation of those facts.
100%.
Yeah, so I reached out, we're using Open Public Records Act, and asking about Dayton Road, asking about the driveway, asking about the crosswalk, any information really that exists, any meetings, and I was given essential information. There's no record of such conversations or meetings, and I just want to communicate that to the community and to our leadership.
Okay, thank you. So we'll look into that. Thank you. Seeing nobody else, I close the public portion, and I'd like to give Councilwoman Joan Goddard the floor.
Thank you, Mayor Carr and the council, for the opportunity to share some closing remarks. For those that are not aware, I am resigning from my council member role on the Morris Plains Borough Council, effective tomorrow, January 8th. My husband is going through some serious health issues, and I need to dedicate the time to make sure that he gets the treatment and support that he needs to get back to better health. We as a family want to personally thank the Morris Plains community for their support and encouragement as my family navigates this journey. The outpouring of help was heartwarming, and the formation of meal trains, the offering of rides for our daughter, gift cards from borough employees and residents. This truly is the community of caring, and we are so thankful. I have enjoyed 6 years of service on the Morris Plains Borough Council, and I am proud of the contributions that have been made to better serve the residents during my tenure. In 2019, the council selected me to assume the last year of Jason's council member term when he was elected mayor. That year, I ran a successful campaign with Nancy Verga, and we were both sworn into the council for a 3-year term in January 2020. Then the pandemic happened. As a council, we were immediately thrust into doing things differently due to the unique challenges that affected Morris Plains residents. We introduced streaming meetings to the borough and established an outdoor dining ordinance to expand opportunities for our restaurants. During this time, I served as a liaison to the Morris Plains Board of Health, and I worked with the board to share information about vaccines with our residents and to ensure our homebound residents had access to care. During my tenure, I am proud of the work that the council accomplished to modernize the borough communications with residents. We completed an update of the borough website for the first time in over 20 years. The updated website moved information like meeting agendas and ordinances and transactions to online to make it easier for residents to have access. We updated the weekly Borough Friday email to be more interactive. We created the Business Development Committee to help build relationships with businesses throughout the pandemic and beyond. The BDC, the Business Development Committee, also spearheaded the vision and formation of Downtown Morris Plains, a now non-governmental entity that is committed to the continued economic, social, and cultural enrichment of our downtown. I'm also proud to have played a part in the spearheading of the Community Park Trail Grant, which will add a trail around the ball fields and community pool. Enhancing the farmers market with the addition of vendors, events, and entertainment to make it more of a downtown destination for residents and the greater community. Prioritizing public safety by expanding our police force to allow a full-time traffic officer, a school resource officer, and advocating for a full-time fire prevention official. And also supporting the creation of an official Facebook page for the Morris Plains, for Morris Plains. So now that I'm resigning, what happens next? As a next step to fill my vacant seat, in accordance with state and local statute, the Morris Plains Democratic Committee will nominate 3 Democratic candidates to be considered by the council. Interviews will be held with each candidate on Thursday, January 30th, in executive session, and a candidate will be selected, announced, and sworn in that night. There will be a formal swearing in at the February 6th council meeting. Being a member of the Morris Plains Borough Council has been one of the most rewarding experiences in my career. I have done my best to represent all residents of Morris Plains and to try to give back to the borough. Morris Plains is a great place to live, to raise a family, and I'm thankful to the Morris Plains residents for their support. While you will not hear my voice up here on the dais, I still plan to be an active member of our community, and my voice will show up in different ways. I know that I am leaving the council in good hands, and as the incoming council is committed to creating more opportunities for residents to stay informed and engage in decisions that affect them. I wish you all a happy and healthy 2025. Thank you.
thank you for your time as a councilwoman for the borough. Your input and knowledge was a true asset to our town. All the hard work you put into the farmers market was truly spectacular with all the new vendors and activities each week. I'd like you to join us at our first February council meeting to be recognized one more time for your time serving our wonderful community.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you. And I do have a few, we'll get out of here soon, I promise, I promise. So Dennis kind of stole the thunder a little bit, but we do have a presentation for Dennis and Kathy, if you'd both like to come up for a minute.
Dad is gonna get a chair.
These are lovely retirement chairs
Yes, he will. Yeah.
that we will present to both Kathy here and Dennis here, so why don't you sit down in those and test those out.
Like anyone?
And I want to say,
Daddy.
Dennis, when your wife kicks you out of the house, put this chair in the
Yeah.
garage. Have something to sit on.
I will need
And
this.
I think you rule the roost in your house, so this can go wherever it is. But I would really like to say thank you again for all your input, everything that you did, your sacrifices. People don't realize the sacrifices in the meetings, the time away from your family, and it's really something to be proud of. You guys did a heck of a job, and I'm proud to be mayor while you guys were councilmen.
Appreciate that.
So thank you. If you have anything to say, now
I
is
would
now
like
is the
to.
time.
He stole some of my thunder, but it sounded more like a campaign speech to me. Tell the truth, you coming back? Not a loser in the group. Sadly, it's a sad thing to lose. I've never experienced it before. I've made peace with it. I'm fine with it. I've already congratulated the two new council people, and I'm sure they'll do a great job. I'm not wishing them luck. You don't need luck. You need perseverance, let me tell you. Lots of meetings. And thank you all. And I don't know how to thank everybody. Half the people in this room I should be thanking, or maybe all of you. The police department, the fire department, Bill Ryden. Nobody mentioned thank you to you. Thank you to you, our engineer. Mike Korosky, thank you, Chief. The women from the clerk's office, you can't work without them, let me tell you. They are always there to help. It's wonderful. I've enjoyed the 6 years. It's 6 years sounds like a very small amount of time, but it's not. It's a lot of time, a lot of meetings, a lot of people. And I tried to do my best, and I hope you think so. So thank you for everything. Council members, thank you very much. Jason Carr, Mayor Jason Carr, thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Seriously. Dennis?
And we'll have these brought over to your house. It's gonna be in your trunk tonight. So, there's a person outside in the hallway who's gonna say our benediction, but I'd like him to come in for a minute first before he does our benediction. And this is Don Brown. He's the pastor of the Morris Plains Presbyterian Church. Welcome, sir. Well, why don't you bring them in too? Members of the, what do you call this? Are these just members?
Members and elders.
Trustees, members and
Members and
elders.
elders.
Why don't you work your way right on in? You stand right up here in front, just don't chip the chairs. So come on in. So, Morris Plains traditionally, we give out a community service award, and it's presented to an individual or a group who have made a notable contribution over a substantial period of time for the betterment of the community of Caring. I think 150 years is a substantial amount of time, probably one of the longest. So, Morris Plains Presbyterian Church celebrated 150 years of community and service in October of 2024. When the congregation grew, the church moved to Speedwell Avenue, and it's been a fixture on our main street since 1923, and continues to grow every year. The Presbyterian Church offers many activities, including their Welsh Memorial Bell Choir, a handbell ringing group, just to name a few. Joyful Noise Nursery School, which many of you or your children may have attended, was founded in 1968. The Presbyterian Church offers various ministries and outreach programs and is truly a welcoming community. If you are looking for support, spiritual guidance, or a new community of friends and family, stop to speak with Reverend Brown or any of his staff. Thank you for your service and continued support of our town and our residents. So I was at their 150th celebration, dinner, meal, whatever, and the sense of community, the history. You have vigilantes who've lived in the town, whose grandfather was pastor there. Her father was there. Well, kids, their grandfather. So, yeah, so his father was there, but just the rich history and the welcoming, and to see all those parishioners in that room, probably nearly 200, I think, or so, full of love, full of history, was proud to present it to everybody and talk about it. And there's generations in that church that continue to go on today. So in light of that, we would like to present you with a little memento. The key to Morris Plains, and the Morris Plains Presbyterian Church will be the Grand Marshal of our upcoming Memorial Day Parade.
I just want to thank Mayor Carr, the entire council for all of your support, the fire department, the police department. It's amazing how much that we work together. Our church is actually the evacuation site for Borough School, and likewise, Borough School is the evacuation site for the Joyful Noise Nursery School. We hope we will never, ever have to use that. But we work so much together with so many organizations in the area, and so thank you for all of your support through the years as well. Benediction?
Now our benediction.
Benediction. The meeting's just about over, so please stand. This is a benediction that we use every week in church. Go out into the world in peace. Have courage. Hold on to that which is the truth. Never return another person evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help those who are suffering. Honor every person. And rejoice in the power of God in your life. For God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Go in peace.
Amen. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Seconded by Sal.
I know everybody's in favor. I invite everybody down to the end of the hallway for food and drinks and all kinds of fun and gathering down there. So please help yourself and welcome.
It's over.
I told you.
I went to the Presbyterian Church in 1955, and I was a Cub Scout and a Boy Scout. So, for 10 years.
Right up front. Right up front.
I like your top.
Thank you.
That the new one I gave you? Fits good.
Museum socks? I mean, they're my socks. For now. Take pictures, I'll take pictures.
Not locked.
I'm sure they have to take, they're going to be taking pictures.
Oh, was she? Oh, good. I'm pretty sure now. I mean, I'm sure Aunt Dina was just watching until the boring stuff started.
Good to see you. Good. How you doing?
I'm Brian Bergen, I'm the state senator. How are you? How you doing? I'm Brian Bergen, state senator. How you doing? Everything okay?
Yeah.
Are you excited for your father?
Yeah.
Yes, he'll be great. Yeah, and your husband, Brian. Nice to meet you too. Paris.
These are my parents.
Hey, how are you, Jack?
How's the high school going? Yeah. Good? Big adjustment? Like that ride down 202?
Oh, that's great. This is my dad, Jack, and my mom. Sherry said he was my boss on mentor. Yes, of course he does, Mark. No, Mark Lewinsky. Yes. Mark. Yes. I grew up calling him Mark. Her dad was my music teacher when I was younger than her.
She went to Wilkes College.
Oh, really?
That's how we first met, too.
I know your favorite name. Mark, Maggie's mom. Maggie's mom. Maggie, I talked to her today. He's the one. My dad, that's my dad. He knows Valerie.
Valerie went to high school with me. She was a year ahead of me.
Yes,
She was 76, and I was 77.
and I was born in 78.
Valerie's out in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And has been for like 30 years.
I always talk to Robbie Allen.
Sure, and Alex on the road. I was the older brother. I'm 11 years older.
My sister's 12 years older than me.
Okay, so probably his age, yeah.
Dale City. She went to Morris Catholic.
I went to Dale. So that was because in Morris Plains, it was like if you lived on the other side of the
You told me to leave it on. I just don't want to get in the back of your head.
Right. And St. Virgil's, it was like, and some of you come from Morris Catholic. You went to St. Virgil's too?
Yeah, he went to St. Virgil's too.
Sister Seraphim.
Well, they're talking about the Presbyterian Church, and it's like, I just said to Emily, I was a Cub Scout there in 1955. And it was like, and back then it was like, St. Virgil's had a Cub Scout pack, but we were the heretics.
We had to do with Father Fowler.
I was long gone before Father died.
Monsignor Tracy.
Father Wall, Father White, Monsignor Tracy.
Father Fowler was a culture shock.
And you still live in Marshall?
Moved back. All my kids went to school. Okay, they're all married.
Well, it was like growing up, my two closest friends who I met in Haley lived in Florida Park. I was never going to stay here. I'm going west, I'm going out. I've got my ashes in the northwest in Seattle and never. And they're like, why do you want to leave? I ended up in Madison. One of them ended up in the middle of Maine, and the other one ended up in Minnesota, but they were never leaving. So go figure.
And yet he's down the road.
Go figure.
Minnesota would be tough.
Yeah.
Maine too.
Oh, so is Maine. Yes, long.
Big out like that.
He got 4 seasons out of it.
So now I go to Maine, I'm living in
Exactly. Right. And a lot of his friends still live here. It's very insane. Yeah, okay. Yes, you know they're all kids.
They went from Hillview to Birch Drive to Birch Drive to Birch Drive.
And their grandkids, all my kids. It's all very incestuous, right? Thanks, Will.
Good meeting you. Be well, be safe.
It's good to see you. Be well. Got a lot of enemies. I know. I don't know why. Gail said,
I didn't hear the last name.
Valley Street is the street right past Mount Parker's on the left, and he's further out, Layer, he's on Layer now. He lives
They were the first house on the way.
All right. So you need to give us. But that's true. Okay.
It was the company that Is that?
Okay, that's it. Okay.
That's the
Is this yours too?
This, yeah.
Okay, you can turn it off.
Long day? You look tired. It's past your bedtime. It's past 9 o'clock. Oh, so tell me, how was Stubbs?